Alright, in this video I wanted to talk about this pet right here. It's called the Moocelium. It has 4 modes, um, and I'm going to talk about the mode that is called Speed Spores that's passive. I think it's 2 clicks in if you first equip it after logging in. Um, Basically, it gives the monster celerity, um, which on the surface you'd think, well, why would you want the monster to go twice? Well, if you know you're not going to be hit, or if you want to be hit, like for example with like a dodge lash type situation, um, then of course that would work out for you. And so it's going to depend on certain ideas. A lot of people, when they saw the suggestion, immediately thought like dodge lash and backlash would be sort of ideal, and they are. But what I'm going to do today is just kind of start off showing that, and then I'm going to show some other ideas where maybe wanting to be attacked, uh, it might even speed battles up in other ways. Maybe you can heal certain things a little better. So I'm going to show off that in a little bit. But let's start off first of all, and let's just do kind of a basic idea here. So I like to do blinds on my dodge last character. We have the dodge heal, going to have some def boost here, and then the pet's going to make the monster go twice. So basically all I'm going to do here is do a blind spell. It'll combine with the weapon, so we have 44 blind, plus I'd actually landed a hit there. Okay, so now if I wanted to just hop over to dodge heal, and then this right here should end it. So we've got, nope, the blinds didn't take. I guess I forgot the toggle. So it's just gonna kill itself. As you can see, I'll do one more quick battle. That didn't really go that well. I forgot that toggle on that. I actually prefer to just use Creature 72 in phase and just keep my resources up in Optico, and then what I'll do is I'll just do like Arcane Amp, which basically gives me 20 more points of potence. But basically that's what I'll do in a nutshell there. And then let's do this real quick. Let's just do pure dodge lash, or let's do the dodge bleed. And then so what we're gonna do is blind him, and then so what's that gonna be, 42 plus the def boost. Let's see what happens. Getting some dodge bleed. So basically that second round was pretty significant. So we have bleed, so might as well just go ahead and swap to that guy. Hopefully the bleed will stay. So now we're going to be up to 67 blind, so we're going to really see some damage take off now. So that's kind of beneficial. So that's kind of, by and large, the main, I think, thing that a lot of people probably saw in the beginning. Let me get blown up here. I'm going to show off another idea here, just so hopefully it'll work. I want to show off the heal potential maybe. I'm going to go ahead and swap to the light version, and then let's go ahead and do the light spell. 44 blind. So I basically healed 800 there, dodging all that. All right, let's do one more for this. All right, so let's go ahead and Prime Chaos Orb. All right, we got light. So let's move over to the light version. And then instead, what we're going to do, let's give myself celerity. So I'm going to go 2 times. And then let's go ahead and do the one that heals MP. And then I'm going to do ultraviolet light, which is underrated. Uh-oh, that go one missed. Still should have gotten a dazzle, yeah. So as you're looking at my my MP, just basically heal back. Plus, I heal back all my MP, and then the armor and the mist together dodge lash the monster. And that's it for dodge lash. I think it speeds battles up, in that your damage isn't coming from your offense; it's coming from your dodge lash. So it's going to be beneficial in that regard. All right, so now let's move over to Backlash. This is my Backlasher. It's a mage. And so once upon a time I said that farming Wabio, some people argued Word Dragon, and I think maybe with the guest nerf and down to what is it, 45% melee baseline. I think maybe the boosters are at 50%, and since they don't get ferocious strikes, may have caused, because I thought that farming Wabio with energy Doomlight and spamming Santa Arctic Crusher was maybe slightly faster than Word Dragon. It could be argued that those are similar. Now, I'm swapping out Angra Lenorm for the same pet. So now, Wabio is going to be attacking me twice every turn. So let's go ahead and let's do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to see if I can inflict that pretty quickly, which I don't think you have to do. Now let's go ahead and get dismiss the Frostworm Mask. All my toggles are on. So now all I'm going to do is Antarctic. So let's see, he was at 6,300 hit points. Now he's at 47. So let's see what happens. Now he's down to 34. He's going to go again. Now he's all the way down to under 1,700. So this, I feel like, sped up Wabio farming. That was super fast. So this time, let's do this one more time. And Wabio hits like a truck, so this is basically the fastest way to go. It's too bad that it doesn't work when you lose initiative, I feel like, but all right, at 5,200. So this won't kill him, but he'll kill himself now. And the thing about Wabio is his gold reward is like more than twice as high as anything else. Over 4 million gold. And so that's why if you're not killing him in one round, go back out. Let's go in and try War Dragon. I have all my farming paintings here. I think War Dragon's actually in the void right now. Let's see what I can manage to get out of this. I guess it doesn't really matter, because he kills himself. I'm going to see if I can manage to see what happens here. He's probably just going to go first and kill himself again, yeah. So, as you notice, the gold reward's only 2.3, so it'd be a matter of going through clicking all these buttons here versus clicking all the buttons versus Wabio, but I think they're going to be pretty similar time to gold cap. All right, so now let's move on to a pure mage. So this will kind of give you a peek into a window of some other ideas. One of the nice things about this pet is it does not require charisma to make it work very well. All right, so I'm not running a guest right now, and I'm running Warcaster, and I'm going to be. I could either do like a damage misc, like Arcane Rift Key. Doesn't really matter. Maybe I can run. Try to do a Power Gauntlet there. But I'm running the Monocrystal Defender and Moontide in order to mitigate the fact the monster is going to go twice, which is also the reason why I'm running Warcaster. So it's going to do, essentially, it's going to do Panic on spellcasts. I have my pet here that's going to cause the monster to go twice, but this is Infinite Darkcaster to Spellcaster Lean Armor, and this one actually has a toggle which will cause all your spells to leech mana from your foe. And then you have a spell here which is energy damage, and it also has the same effect built in. So basically this toggle boosts this one here. But the way that works is it to heal poison. So I want you to pay attention to my MP bar. It's 2632. Now I'm down to 1979. Monster goes, I heal. Monster goes, I heal. So 2337. So basically, I healed back quite a bit. Failed again on that. Another thing you can do is run this misc here, which is part of the set, which is going to increase your poisons by 25%. So I'm going to actually do that this time. So now I'm down to 1684, 2092. So I was even higher than before, 2451. And I'll go ahead and finish it off. I'll do a couple more battles here. Let's just go into the combat practice trainer, just so you can kind of see optimal scenario. Which would include this guy. You could do Arcane Amp and it'll give you 20 points of potence on your Power Gauntlet. And then we're going to do the misc. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the spell, and I should be able to, I'll heal back everything. 1979, heal, and almost everything. This next turn will actually be everything, because the poison will grow, and then I'll also do this once again, and you'll see I'll be back after this round. I'll be back to full heal. So I'm using the barriers with the panics to mitigate incoming hits, but I'm using this combo here to basically make this infinite. As you can see, the heals are adding up already very, 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 very fast. If you wanted to run some other MP-based quick casts, now at this point, you're probably going to be able to continue to heal. Let's see, 337 and 419. So that's a lot more than the cost of a spell. So at this point, I'll never run out of MP. So basically with this combination, it's infinite MP and you're constantly lowering monster offense. Here, let me back out. I think, let's see. So there's some other ideas too. So they redid, I don't have it here, they redid the so you have the Funjabushi shield, which is going to backlash spore. So I don't know if he'll hit me. Let's get out of this. But they redid the slime barrier shields and they added a darkness one. That's another thing you can do with this combination of barrier. If you didn't want to do a barrier shield, you could do like that shield and it would heal you now for some SP. There's also these prismatic stormward shields that. Let me just show that real quick. Let's do this. So it's going to backlash. It's supposed to backlash prismatic burn. Yeah, there you go. So it isn't just dodge lash and backlash for damage. There's some other lash stuff. Funjabushi shield. Let's do that again. And the idea here behind the pet is to try to build spore through the backlash process. And they have that the new spells, which basically it's like a defensive imbue, which causes more spore lash. And then these will grow and grow, and you'll begin to heal. So that's kind of the idea behind the pet here. All right, so finally I'm going to end up over here on my main. I'm going to show off two ideas that are maybe a little bit odd. So the items you have here, so you have Infernal Champion, which was a Black Friday $100 set a couple years ago. They brought it back last year. Then I have Mosquito on SP mode, Winter Warden Shield, which will actually backlash a dual ice and fire Elevault. My weapon is Infernal Weapon, which is going to inflict a fire poison, and then you have your pet. So what's going to happen here is you're going to toggle on. Let me just show you the toggles here. So you're going to have, this replenishes 99 SP if you land all your hits. So you're going to toggle that on, but it'll lower your damage, which is fine. Then you're going to toggle on your Charisma Drive, which also makes your pets and guests inflict the same poison as the weapon. And then here's the difference. You're going to only do guest celerity. Do not do pet and guest. This guy doesn't need it. Then you're going to do Werewolf Mist. You could do the Fungin Bushy Mist too. It would increase the poisons. You could try that. I find that the Werewolf Mist is better. Just make sure that this is toggled on, and you'll actually end up with a positive BTH, which will cause you to land all your hits, which will make sure your poisons inflict at the highest power. You'll get the 99 SP in return, and then your mosquito will keep your SP healed. The monster will go twice, which will backlash the fire Elevon, thus increasing the heals. So what you're going to find is I'm going to be hit constantly. You're going to watch my hit points drop, but then reheal, then drop, then reheal, and I will out heal the monster. Most monsters. As you can see, not much going on for damage there. Heal back my SP, get hit, heal, get hit, heal. So I've just basically stayed near full heal most fights. Remember, the shield is backlashing Elevon. There we go. There we go. So again, mosquitoes keeping me pretty much healed on SP. The misc is actually giving the negative lean, which is increasing damage. So that's also boosting the heal from mosquito. The only resource bar that is taking a hit is my MP, but I can just simply swap over if I get low, because my SP stays fairly consistently high, and then you'll notice now. Again, this is another situation where you can use Power Gauntlet because SP remains high. So basically ended the fight fully healed. Tested this versus Tub Thumper, ended the fight basically fully healed. Another reason why the Werewolf Mist is so good is it's a 50 charisma toggle, which goes along with the armors. If you own like a Una Poca or Shield Cakes, you could go even more, which would cause this to heal even better. Could also use Arcane Amplification, and then maybe instead that's going to help you land hits, and then maybe instead you go with Fungin Bushy. So here's another option. So your mosquito's going to take a hit to SP heals, but your hit point heals are going to increase, which is fine because then you can supplement like this. Let's see if I can find a monster with a little bit more hit points here. Alright, so I'm going to use Arcane Amp, which is going to be giving me my BTH to help me land my hits. And then we're going to go with Fungin Bushy instead. Alright, so mosquitoes doing okay for now. As you can see, I think one of the heals was almost 400 and the other one was almost 600. And then another thing is Arcane Amp will help you inflict your Power Gauntlet even more. So the monster started off with 3,300 hit points at the beginning of this. even though it healed, it's down, it's back at 34. So a little bit of a tanky strategy, but you basically maintain full health most of the time. As you can see, Mosquito's struggling a little bit more to maintain SP. But again, because you're healing so much, you can supplement like that. I don't know if the monster's going to try to heal itself again. Alright, so I'm going to move on to my final approach here. My final idea. So what I'm going to do here is if I can get energy decent. Alright, that works out perfect. I'm going to go with Mosquito this time, but normally I would just go with Creature 72. Got a couple options. Can go with this classic Carnage knee board, but first I'm going to summon Carnax. So what I'm going to do now, so I'm going to, let's go ahead and do the weapon. Let's do Arcane Rift Key, give me some accuracy and some potency. Let's go ahead and use this guy. This guy has a toggle for control. I'll do it next round because you're going to see something on my SP here. Let's do hit point heals, and then I'm just going to pretty much spam this. Psionic Link, and then watch my SP full heal. It's going to go again, but I'm also healing hit points because I'm using the knee board. So it's basically it's an energy burn that heals SP, and then an energy poison that heals hit points. So I've got plenty of SP, so let's toggle that on. See if we can get some control going. It worked. Alright, let's go to the next monster. Alright, so my ice defense is 61, so let's just do Warcaster. And then let's go ahead and do one of these guys. And then let's go ahead and Arcane Rift Key again. So now we're going to go ahead and inflict panic, and then actually the spell didn't actually take to do the SP burn. It normally will take, but you can do, like, again, I could do that for more potence. And actually, I'm going to swap to Creature 72 to inflict more panic. Let's see, we're at 229 now. Let's go ahead and swap to the knee board. And then we'll basically, I think we'll inflict. And then I'll heal SP and HP while not being hit very hard because of the panics. As you can see, it's doing lots of damage overall, and I'm full. I'm healing tons of HP and SP. This invincible skill is free, and it's a spell. It's a free spell, and things that inflict with spells work with it. So basically, this is causing both turns of the SP heal that's based on burn damage to tick down quicker, and basically it's happening so fast that I'm full healing my SP pretty much right off the bat. As you can see, I'm all the way back out to 1,000. You can even use something like the Chaotic Lacerda Staff. Keep in mind this is a spell also, so it's 4 or 5 hits, so I'm able to do chromatic with it. This guy has that flat damage reduction. I'm just gonna get out of there because I wanted to show uh, another reason, another maybe thing that you might not mind. So basically, I'm going to try to inflict enough panics on the front side with this chi barrier. So we've got a 30% panic already. It was basically free. No spell cost. Now I'm down to 26. So you can play defense with this. I could have had slime barrier here. Probably would have healed me. Let's do one more. There we go. And now I have SP again. And I'm still lowering the panics. So these combinations are quite good. So basically, siphon poisons. It'll tick down faster on the monster, but it kind of speeds things up. I feel like it allows you to sort of heal a resource a lot quicker. I'm going to use this guy. And now we have a full and I could have been using something else as far as the imbue went. Let's see what happens with the Void Forged here. Let's see. Where's it at? I didn't take. I believe the Warcaster, the Karnak's kneeboard, and the Moocelium pet, uh, in combination with Creature 72 and maybe Mosquito for Lucky Beast Mages, has made this armor actually a worthy armor now. But basically, it's not just Dodge Lash, it's not just Backlash, it's all of the siphon poisons that there are, which includes the spore, um, which is a form of siphon poison. So, um, those are just some pretty basic ideas, but at the end of the day, anything that where you sort of lash out, like I showed you with the Winter Warden Shield, any of those types of things, when you're hit, um, I think that will result in a play style where you don't mind being hit, especially if you're able to stack like chokes and panics or Ellie shields and stuff, and you want to be hit, because it won't be too bad for the player. That's it for this video.